Alright, hello YouTube. It's Computer Whiz and the Coinbox here. Um, just coming back with a different video, so this one's a bit different. I'm going to be showing you how to extrude files and other stuff like that on Autodesk Inventor, which is a form of CAD. It's a 3D CAD, in case you don't know. Um, so I'm just going to be showing you kind of the basics, extruding a file, like I said, um, starting one, stuff like that. So let's go to part. So as soon as you hit part, you're going to come to here. This is going to be a blank screen. Um, nothing, nothing really here. So you can go up here to start 2D sketch. You can start 2D sketch, start 3D sketch, but we'll just say 2D. And when you click start 2D sketch right here, not right here, right here, it's going to send you to here. And you can click your work plane. So you can do X, Y, and all these Y, Z. And you can do this, which actually makes you start right here. So we could start 0.6 inches. So we can do 0.5. You can actually start 0.5 inches away from that work plane too. Makes things a lot easier. But let's just go back to um, a normal. Start 2D sketch. We'll start right here. This is normally where I start. And we can, now you see we have access to, when we sketch, we have access to rectangles. You can do 3 point, 2 point, polygon, and just other stuff like that. An arc, which there's a couple of tricks I can show you later in future videos on arcs with actually the line tool. But arcs are great. I use arcs all the time. So you can like do that, and it just pretty much that's what that is. So we go back. We have circle. Circles are a pretty good one. Good for like making screw holes and stuff. By the way, you can use your scroll wheel to zoom up and down. So yep. Whoops, did not mean to hit that. So you can go back. You use a line. You can just make lines. If you hold the line, you can actually make an arc with it. It just makes things a lot faster. But so yeah, if you click and hold, you can make an arc. So that's always fun. Just kind of spamming this right now. And oh, so here's another good learning thing. So you can right click, hit delete, and it'll delete it. So that's a pretty good thing. Um, Another cool thing you can do is trim, and everything it touches, it deletes a small section of it. I will say, I sometimes have problems when you've already extruded something and you trim. Sometimes I kind of have a little bit of issues with that. So, I mean, it does take a little bit of practice. Let's see. So, now let's do something that, well, here, we can do this. So, say we'll make a box, right? So, let's just make a simple box. So we can go over to 3D model, hit extrude, and we'll make it 5 inches. All you gotta do is hit 5 and it'll automatically go to inches, right? And so say you're like, okay, I made a box, but say I want the box to have um, something right here, right? It doesn't matter what, just something, right? All you gotta do is hit new sketch, and you can do whatever you want right there on the side of the box. And then you can come over here to the right side, and you actually see it like that. So, but so say you wanted to put a circle at exactly 1 to or 0.5 inches to 0.5 inches, right? So 0.5, and then you hit tab to go to the other one. 0.5. Say you want your screw hole to be right here. So you come right here, and we'll say you want it to be 0.1, right? So your screw hole or something, right? But say you wanted it to be right here, and right here, right? All to be the same size in the same exact spot. But you don't really want to have to do that same 0.5 square thing on each. See what I'm saying? So how could we, mirror it being the keyword? So all you gotta do is hit mirror, and oh, something I forgot to do, very important. Um, so we gotta make a mirror line first. So first we gotta make a line right here, and we gotta find the middle. So the middle, if you zoom in, see how it's yellow right where my pointer is? If you look, the middle will turn green, and it's always where those two lines are. Well, not always, but just yeah, right there in the middle. Okay, so you hit that, and now you have that dot right there, and that marks the middle. So now we got to bring that mark down, straight down, and you can see it's 90 degrees. So you can hit it, and let's find the middle right here. So that's the middle. Bring it over, find the middle again, and bring it over. So now we can go up here to the top and see where it says mirror. We're going to hit mirror, and we want to mirror just this circle. So we're going to hit that and not the square because we don't really care about the square. That was just to see, how far down we want it, right? So now we got to hit our mirror line. So we want to mirror it over here. Whoops. So did not mean to hit that. Here, let's try this again. So we can mirror that. Now we come up here to where the mirror tab is. Hit mirror line. Just click on it right there. Right? And then hit apply. And you see how that circle went there? And hit done. And now we want it down here so we can do the same exact thing. So we want that. And we want that, right? Oh, by the way, you can do this and everything that's in that green box will pop up under a mirror. So now we got to hit mirror line. Hit that, hit that. Hit apply. And now our circles are in that same spot. And if you remember, I did 0.5 by 0.5. So if we come here, just to double check, 0.5, 0.5. So that's a good tool. The mirror tool is so useful. I cannot stress that enough. So, and so now that we got our circles for where we want our screw holes, because this is we'll say this is like a wood cube, all right? So we're going to call this a wood cube or a wood box, okay? And we want to be able to screw into this, so we can go over here. So we're just at sketch, right? We can go over here to 3D model, hit extrude, zoom all the way in to where that circle is, right? And it's going to come out here for now, but yeah, that's fine. So you can hit that. We got to hit this portion too because it's in the box. It kind of splits it up. So you just got to get the whole thing in right there. And say we want it to go all the way through. As soon as look, as soon as the cylinders go through or hit something that has already been extruded, right, it immediately deletes it. It turns red. So if you see how it's green, you see how it turns red, green, red. If it's red, that means it's going to delete it or cut through. If it's green, that means it's going to add. So we want it to cut through, say the whole thing, we would just go as far as we need to, right? Doesn't matter. But say we want it to only cut through like halfway, we would only do like 0.5, right? So say we only did want it halfway, we just do 0.5, enter, and now you see there are holes that are 0.5 deep. So there's a very, very useful tool. And you can see if you kind of hover over it, it it shows you how deep it is. So yeah, there you go. Another good tool is fillet or fillet. I don't know how to pronounce it. You can correct me all you want. It doesn't really bother me, but I call it fillet. What this does is also very useful. And I'll give you an example after I do it of when I actually used it. But you can actually do the radius right here, and what it does is it makes it kind of curved. So on the like say the edge of something, so you know how your box is squared. We'll hit apply. Now instead of being squared, it's curved like this. So instead of going like as a point, it's curved. Um, man, it's so useful. Oh my gosh, you know I can't describe how useful it is. So you can actually change the radius of the curve as a circle because it kind of makes like a one quarter of a circle. So you can change that however you want. But I said I'd give you an example of when I've actually used that. I was making a case for a Raspberry Pi where I was 3D printing it, and I wanted the case because the Raspberry Pi is filleted, I guess is how you pronounce it, around the edges, and I wanted to be perfectly aligned with that. So I actually had to go and find the radius of that fillet and conform that to the case of the Raspberry Pi, and it worked perfectly. Um, Fortunately, that file I don't have with me at this moment, but if you guys are curious, I can always show you that file. But anyways, let's see more tools we can show you. So that's the kind of thing of this video. I'm trying to show you different tools. Um, we're at 12 minutes and 8 seconds right now. I don't want to keep you here too long, but I mean this is a basic get you started on um, Autodesk Inventor 2021. So let's see. So another tool, this one's pretty good. You can go under Tools or Inspect. It has it on both. To be honest with you, I don't like admitting I don't know something, but I don't know the difference between Measure on Tool and Measure on Inspect. But I don't really care. It's always done when I needed it to. But basically, you can just click on a line, and it will show you the length of that line right here. So we can click on this. Whoops. Let's see. X out of that and just go back. So you see the box that's green right now? You click on it and it'll give you the area, which is 0.7 or no, 0.7, sorry, 7.189 inches squared or whatever. And the perimeter is 12.527, etc. Um, it's a very useful tool. But say you only want, so say I'm hovering over this box right here, right? Um, you just click out of it and reset. Say you only want this line. I kind of showed you a second ago, I just didn't talk about it, but this line, if you click on the lines itself, it'll actually tell you how tall it is. So this is 1.227 inches tall. So yeah, we can X out of that. So let's see. Emboss is a good tool. I think that's a little bit. I'm gonna make that in a future video. I don't think I'm gonna show you here, but it's a very good tool. I need to start a new sketch to do that. But so I showed you that text. Um, so I think it's pretty self-explanatory what that does. But yeah, I showed you trim. I didn't know that. See, I've never actually done it before. I don't really use so working in a business, you're not really going to be using text that often, from what I've heard. But so I've never actually had to use this because I actually do this for school, and I've never. And I thought Trim would get rid of a text, but that's cool. I guess I learned something today as well. Okay, so I guess another important thing is um, Revolve because that is a very important tool. So why don't we do this? I'm just going to delete it all by doing this. Just got rid of it all. All right. Really? Here. You know what? No. I'm going to start a new one. Okay. So we'll go to the XY plane and say you want to make a tire, but you got to think a tire isn't. So a tire isn't like a sphere, but it's also not, you know, like this. There's like a hole in the middle, and I guess you could make a tire like this. So I guess that was a bad example, but there's so much more things you could do. So say you want to make a pumpkin. So actually, for school a while back, we had to make a pumpkin. All right, and okay, sorry about that. I just had to pause the video. But I was saying, and I used the revolve feature for making a pumpkin. So let's just okay. So we made that right. Oh, sorry, forgot to do something. Gonna close it off. You can't extrude something that is open. So, well, here I'll give you an example. So you can't extrude this because there is a gap between that. All right. So you have to have it closed. But the revolve feature is you hit that plane and you can either go that way, or both ways. It doesn't really matter if you're doing 360 degrees. Um, so you're doing that. What am I doing wrong? Okay. And, well, this is a good way to make a sphere. Fortunately, you can't start a new sketch on a sphere, but, yeah. And then what I did for the pumpkin project, I'll just tell you now. So you kind of do something like that. And I did something like this, obviously with more pattern and like the pumpkin stripes. Spent a lot more time on it than this 30 seconds I'm showing you, and then I put a stem over top. But that's how you do that. And it's, Revolve's very useful. You make a bumper for a car, Revolve. Um, basically anything. Extrude also is a really good one. I will say I do use Extrude more than Revolve, but I think Revolve is a very good feature, and I think we're coming up to 20 minutes. I like to keep my videos at 20 minutes. I do podcasts on politics, and I like to keep those about 20 minutes as well. So I think I'm going to end it here. If there's anything else you'd like to learn, I could show you Loft. I could show you Coil Sweep. Emboss is a really good one. But if there's any else you want to see, anything else you want to see, let me know in the comment section. Yeah, I'm glad to help, and I'd like to give you ideas. And I can also start making videos on things I make. I can make a computer case. Um, Something I thought about is making this right here. It is a iMac G5 case. Be kind of cool to make. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.